No.
What's up?
What did you learn about your defense last week that might have been unexpected, even given the amount of time you spent together in the preseason?
I don't know. I can't really say it was anything like too unexpected. I feel like we just did what we normally do every single day, which is we run to the ball, we give relentless effort, we tackle well, we practice on tackling. I mean, I want to say almost every day we're out there. You know, we got some form of tackling circuit or tackling drill. So I don't think anything really too much surprised me, but it was good to just see like everything come into fruition, like everything we've been practicing and everything, just kind of go from the practice field to the game.
Stylistically, how much different is the challenge with New England, what they want to do versus what you saw week one?
Yeah, they're not trying to hide anything. They tell you everywhere in the media, wherever, they're trying to run the ball. You know, that's what they're trying to do. They got a good back in 38. So, as well as we tackled last week is last week. And, every week is a new opportunity. So we have to come out there and showcase those same abilities and skill again, especially against a runner like this.
In your experience, you played for a couple different teams. Was that more practice and tackling over the offseason than you've been used to?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I would definitely say so. Of course, there's a big emphasis around the league just because the hitting yardage is in the tackles. You know, those 3-4 yard gains, especially after contact, really adds up over a course of a game. But here we really paid attention to that, and that's why our coaches just make us practice tackles all day.
I'm sorry. You're talking about like the different drills where you have the pads and everything, not so much live tackling.
Yeah, just different drills. Yeah, not so much live tackling, just different drills that we just continuously just get coached on.
Have you ever been on a team that does the circuit drills of tackling, the one punch out and you move to another form tackling, in every position of the defense doing that? Have you been on a team that does it that way?
Yeah, but we don't do it every day. Well, we used to didn't do it every day, but here we do it every day. So it's like, it's definitely a point of emphasis.
And then is it fair to assume, I'm sure to hear that in your practice that there's a sense of trying to get multiple players there, and then when the first person hits, you eliminate them being able to get an extra 3 or 4 yards because the first hit stops them there?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the ideal of it. In a perfect world, you want to get the guy down on the first, contact, but we run to the ball well here, so it's, even if the first guy doesn't make the tackle, at least he gets the runner to stop his feet, and then you got the pursuit from, the entire defense just pursuing the ball carrier.
Rayshawn, you flashed time and again with the 3 safeties, Kayvon coming on, you being able to be more down in the box. Is that a place where you feel best, or do you not care whether you're back or in the box?
I would prefer to be toward the line of scrimmage just because that's what I've been doing for the past 3 years. My first 4 years in the NFL, I played primarily the free safety position, which, I loved at the time because it was like everything I known. So I'm like, okay, I love it. But then when I was, kind of forced to move down to the strong safety position due to injury, I fell in love with that because I'm like, man, there's action down here every play, whether it's the run game or the pass game. The free safety, you more so just back there just looking for anything that'll break. The ball goes up in the air every once in a while. You got to attack it, get the ball carrier down if it's, a busted gap or anything like that. So, you may, as a free safety, get 10, 12 opportunities in the game. Strong safety, you just in so much action, it's just endless opportunity.
Their first play of the game, you might have saved a touchdown there. What did you see there on that play?
Before the play, honestly, I knew they were going to run it there because I seen just 2 gaps open. So I'm like, I might as well just get ready. It's coming right here. But, just that having that in my mind, it allowed me to close the distance between me and the ball carrier much faster. So I didn't give him a lot of room to work with. So he had to make his decision right now, and I just shot at him.
Playing with Julian Love now for, an off season and the first game, what have you seen him bring to this defense?
His IQ of the game is, really high. He really understands the game of football. He's on the details, the ultimate professional, and then he's a playmaker at the end of the day. So just having a guy like that to be back there with you just makes it that much more easier.
Is Kayvon Wallace as talkative during games as he is during practice?
Yeah, absolutely. That's Kayvon's game. He's gonna call things out before they even get to their looks. Whatever he's thinking, you're gonna know about it. A very vocal player, which from the safety position, you want a guy like that.
Rayshawn, to have 3 turnovers forced and another fumble on the ground, how encouraging is that for you guys to see that kind of turnover production potential in that first game out?
Yeah, I mean, just like tackling, it's a point of emphasis here, and I'm pretty sure it's a point of emphasis around the league because the ball is, at the end of the day, that's the most important thing on the field. You got to take the ball away. So I mean, very encouraging, but like I said earlier, this is a week-to-week league, and you got to continually come out here and every week prove yourself.
We've seen Richard Sherman and Cam Chancellor and guys like that come around a little bit, and a lot of the alums were there Sunday. What's it like, I guess, kind of in your first year with the team, getting to know some of those guys and learn some of the history of this team?
Yeah, it was cool because, I mean, those are guys that I watched, growing up. I was in college watching these guys, so it was kind of cool just to be around those guys. Marshawn Lynch, Cam, Sherman, guys like that. I actually chopped it up with Cam and kind of picked his brain on a few things. And it's great to have people that played this game at a high level come back to the team. It's cool to be around.
What about their advice still holds up? Like when you chop it up with Cam, what about what he says still holds up even though he hasn't played it?
You got to prove yourself every week. It don't matter what you did last week. Come out here, try to be better the following week, and so on and so forth.
When you watch those games and when you watch the Legion of Boom, what did you like most?
Every player had their own style that they brought to, the table, to the game, and they made sure the way they played the game, they made sure it looked like that on film every single Sunday. You had Sherman lockdown corner. You had Cam, big hitter, big presence on the field. Earl, he's back there. He was back there just really controlling the airways, controlling the middle of the field. So, and making those eraser tackles that, his team needed to make. So.
Did you change your mind at all or change your idea of what it looked like to play football or high-level defense?
It was very encouraging to watch because, I came from Miami, and as we know, we have a extensive history of, great DBs that came from the Hurricanes. So, just watching that and then looking at here as well just really upholds a standard that, that any defensive back that plays this game really wants to, live up to.
What was it like communicating on defense before the snap for the first time at the stadium?
Yeah, so it was loud. That was, it's top. I always tell people that's the top 2 loudest places I've ever played in, in my career. So going into the game, we really emphasized that hand signals we have to just be on those because we're not going to be able to hear each other out on the field. I couldn't even hear, my teammate who's maybe 6 feet away from me at some points in the game. So it was just really huge with just being on point with the hand signaling in the game.
You have to switch those up throughout the game so that the offense doesn't pick up on them?
Yeah, absolutely. We're playing against some really smart quarterbacks and, guys like Aaron Rodgers or, just any quarterback in the league. They're going to be able to pick things like that up quickly. So we have to, adjust on the fly.
And what's the other loudest stadium that you played in?
Arrowhead. Yeah.
What did you learn about the mentality of your guys when you went on the field twice, already backed up, and held up in both those situations?
Yeah, we didn't really care about what the rest of the team was doing. We knew we had a job to do, and we had to do it to the best of our ability. Once you get to, worrying about other people's positions, that's when stuff just goes just south. So you really have to just hone in on what you need to do, take care of the moment, no matter like what happened previously, take care of the moment, and then the game will kind of just start to piece itself together.
your coach during training camp would spring those, I think, mystery periods or mystery situations on you guys, and you faced a couple of those in that game. How prepared did you feel to handle those?
We felt really prepared. Just like you said, Coach always puts us in those positions throughout the week, so it was nothing new. I mean, that sudden change felt like a sudden change on Wednesday when he just, hey, sudden change out of nowhere, and now we have to go out there and play, just off of not even a call sheet. They're just calling random plays with loud speakers in the background.
So he still does those during the season?
So you guys change coverages all the time. Have you played in a defense that changes coverages this often, and do you enjoy that, or is it challenging?
I haven't played in a defense that changes coverages this often, but I played in defense to where we kind of switched it up a little bit. This defense is completely different. I'm definitely going to say it's challenging just because of the different positions that, like me, myself, I play, 3 different positions on the defense. So I have to be able to be like, okay, we're in nickel, we're in this, we're in this. How does, everyone differ from each other? So it's challenging in a way like that. But for the most part, I mean, if you study in the game and you just kind of you're a football guy, everything just kind of makes sense.
Anything else? Thank you.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you.